All right, let's dive into something truly fascinating today. We're going to be talking about the dragon's breath, an ancient Taoist art designed to unlock a deep, powerful source of energy that's already inside of you.
So I want you to just think about this for a second. What if right now there's this immense, completely untapped energy lying dormant inside of you? The ancient Taoists had a powerful way of thinking about this. They pictured it as a sleeping dragon. Now, we're not talking about some mythical beast from a storybook. No. This dragon is a living symbol of your own latent power. It's like a sacred fire that, if you know how to awaken it, can literally light up your mind, strengthen your body, and, well, just expand your entire sense of self. And that's what we're here to do. I'm going to show you the ancient key to waking that dragon.
Okay, so where do we even start? Well, the journey begins, and this is really important, not with brute force or some kind of intense effort. It actually starts with something much more subtle. It's about finding the dragon's lair, that hidden energy center that's tucked away inside your own body.
And this center has a name. It's called the Tantian. Now, the ancient Taoist masters, they had this incredible imagery for it. They saw this spot, which is located about 3 of your own fingers' width below your navel, as a kind of alchemical cauldron. Think about that, a furnace where your life force, your qi, is collected, where it's refined, and where it builds up. From there, it gets sent out to your entire body. So this isn't just some abstract idea. We're talking about the absolute foundation of your physical health, your energy levels, and even your mental clarity.
Okay, now this is a game changer. I want you to pay close attention to how you're breathing right now. Are you breathing high up in your chest? Because that's what most of us do, pretty much all day long. That's stress breathing. It's your body's go-to response for a hectic life, and it basically keeps you in this constant low-level state of fight or flight. And you know what? It's absolutely exhausting. It just drains your vitality. But look at the other side. Energy breathing. This is deep, abdominal breathing. It's the complete opposite. This kind of breath is like the bellows that stokes the fire in that cauldron, in your Tantian. It's how you consciously shift yourself out of that scattered, anxious state and into one of feeling grounded, centered, and truly powerful.
So the big question is, how do we actually do it? How do we make that shift from stress breathing to energy breathing? Well, now we get to the core technique. Think of it as a really clear 3-part process for creating real, tangible energy. This is how you ignite your inner forge.
Okay, here they are, the 3 pillars of the dragon's breath. It's this amazing combination of a physical action, a focused intention, and a very subtle energetic control. So let's break it down. First up, the breath itself. You're going to inhale slowly, just through your nose, aim for about 4 to 6 seconds, and as you do, you really want to feel your abdomen expand, just like you're filling up a balloon. Then you exhale even slower. This is key, maybe for 6 to 8 seconds, and you just let your abdomen gently fall. That longer exhale is what really signals your nervous system to relax. Okay, that's step 1. Now, step 2, visualization. While you're doing that breathing, I want you to picture a small, brilliant golden sun right there in your Tantian. Every time you breathe in, imagine that sun getting brighter, warmer, and every time you breathe out, see it getting more dense, more concentrated, like you're forging a tiny, powerful star. And look, this isn't just daydreaming, okay? You're using your mind's focus to actually gather energy in that spot. And finally, step 3, the contraction. Right at the very peak of your inhalation, you're going to gently, and I mean gently, engage the perineum muscle right at the base of your torso. This little lift acts like a seal. It locks the energy in. Then, as you start to exhale, you just relax it completely. That's it. Breath, mind, and body all working together.
And you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm doing it right? Well, this is the beautiful part. Your body gives you direct feedback. You'll know it's working because you'll actually start to feel something. It's not going to be a huge explosion, at least not at first. It's usually a really subtle warmth, or maybe a gentle vibration, or just a pleasant tingling sensation right there in your lower abdomen. When you feel that, you know you're on the right track. That is the very first flicker of your inner fire starting to awaken. It's an incredible feeling.
So once you've gotten the hang of generating this energy, what's next? Well, now we move on to mastery. See, it's one thing to build a fire, but it's another thing entirely to use that warmth to heat the whole house. You don't want that energy just sitting there. You want to use it to nourish your entire system. And that's where we learn how to circulate it.
We do this using a specific pathway known as the microcosmic orbit. The best way to think about it is like your body's own internal energy superhighway. It's a circuit that flows up your spine and then down the front of your body, creating this continuous, powerful loop. It's a way of connecting, as the ancients said, heaven and earth right inside of you, and it brings your whole system into harmony.
So how do you get this energy flowing? It's actually simpler than it sounds. Let's walk through it. First, you have to connect the circuit.
And you do this with a really simple action. Just place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, right behind your upper teeth. That's it. That little connection links the two main energy channels. Okay, now for the flow. As you inhale, using that same deep abdominal breath, you visualize that warm, golden energy from your Tantien, traveling up your spine, one vertebra at a time, all the way to the crown of your head. Then as you exhale, you just let that energy cascade down the front of your body. Feel it flowing past your forehead, your throat, your heart, all the way back down to the Tantien, completing the circle. It's a beautiful, flowing movement.
And you might be asking, why go to all this trouble? Well, the benefits are, honestly, they're profound. We're talking about nourishing your key glands like your pineal and thyroid. You can release chronic tension that you've been holding in your back and chest for years. Your mental clarity and even your intuition can go way up. It's a practice that truly balances your entire system, from something as physical as your posture to something as subtle as your inner guidance. It's the whole package.
Okay, but here's where we get to the real wisdom of the practice. Because getting all those amazing benefits, it's not just about doing the steps perfectly. You could do the breathing and visualization all day, but if you're missing this next part, you're missing half the story. The Taoist masters knew that your attitude, the mindset you bring to the practice, that's what creates real lasting change. So let's talk about how to cultivate that right mindset.
The first key is so simple, but so hard for us today: patience. Think about it like a farmer. A farmer plants a seed, and then what? They don't go out the next day and start yelling at the ground or trying to pull the sprout up to make it grow faster. Of course not. They just cultivate. They water it, they make sure it has sun, and they trust the process. That's how you have to approach this. Don't force it. Just a little bit of gentle, consistent practice every day, 10, 15 minutes, that's so much more powerful than trying to do 2 hours once a week. You're cultivating, not forcing.
The second key is to be soft. Be like water. This gets at a core Taoist idea called Wu Wei, which is sometimes translated as effortless action. It doesn't mean being lazy or passive. It means being fluid. Think about how water moves around a rock. It doesn't smash into it with brute force. It just flows. When you try too hard with this practice, when you strain your breath or clench your muscles trying to visualize, you're creating tension, and tension is the enemy of energy flow. So relax. Let it be graceful. You'll find you build way more energy with grace than you ever could with effort. Okay, key number 3 might sound a bit cheesy at first, but it is deeply practical. Practice with joy. There's this idea of an inner smile. It doesn't mean you have to be grinning like an idiot. It's more about cultivating a feeling of lightness, of gratitude on the inside. Why? Because this isn't just a mood. It has a real physical effect. That inner smile can literally relax your diaphragm, calm your entire nervous system, and dissolve the blockages that stress creates in your body. Joy makes you a better conductor for energy. It's that simple. Number 4 is about respect. Respecting your body as your temple. After all, this is where the dragon lives. You have to treat it right. Think back to our fire analogy. You can't build a big, roaring fire with wet, rotten wood, right? It's the same here. You've got to support your energy practice with your lifestyle. That means listening to your body when it's tired, giving it good food, getting enough rest, and even just sitting and standing with a posture that lets energy move. You and your body are partners in this.
And the final key, this is what turns it from an exercise into a way of life. It's about maintaining presence. Your Tantien, your energetic core, becomes your anchor throughout the entire day. This isn't just something you do for 15 minutes on a cushion in the morning, when you're stuck in traffic, when you're in a stressful conversation, when you just feel scattered. You can take 1 second, 1 breath, and bring your awareness right back down to that center of warmth and stability in your belly. It's always there for you. It becomes a living part of you that you can tap into anytime, anywhere.
So, let's just pull back for a moment and look at the whole journey we've been on. We started by simply finding that energetic core. Then we learned how to ignite it, how to get that fire going. Then we learned how to circulate that warmth through our whole system. And finally, we talked about the wisdom needed to keep that fire burning for a lifetime. And if there's one single thing to take away from all of this, it's this. The whole point of this practice is not about chasing after some external power. It's not about trying to get something that you don't have. It's about turning inward. It's about remembering and reconnecting with the incredible source of vitality, of calm, of personal power that is already inside you. It's been there the whole time. It's your birthright. I mean, this piece of ancient wisdom really just says it all, doesn't it? The master does not run after power,
because power already lives within them. True mastery isn't some frantic chase for more strength or for approval from others. It's found in the quiet, steady, day-by-day work of cultivating your own inner center.
So you see, the dragon was never a myth. It's a powerful metaphor for the living, breathing energy that is right inside you this very moment. In a way, just by learning about this, the fire has already been lit. So the only real question left, the question I'll leave you with, is what are you going to do now? How will you choose to tend to your inner fire?